Live and direct, Media Markets, March the 5th, 2026, Thursday, March the 5th, 2026. It is 10:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. I'm your guy, Media Markets. I'm in the building, Media Markets, once again, 10:28 p.m. right now, Thursday, March the 5th, 2026. I'm going to give you guys the latest in news, sports, and entertainment all here. I got to talk about what happened in the NBA today. A lot of NFL moves are happening right now as we're in the thick of things as far as NFL offseason. Got to talk firing in the White House, ABC renewals, white girl day after Wednesday, a couple of Britney Spears, Hillary Duff I got to talk about. So we'll talk about all those things here on the Media Markets live stream. I got a deal of the day for you guys as well, and that's how we will start with the deal of the day. So let me give you guys this. Yeah, not that. Not that one. This. All right. You're here live, Media Markets, latest in news, sports, and entertainment. It's Thursday, March 5th, 2026, 10:28 p.m., 10:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Time just changed. Let's start off with deal of the day. Deal of the day. This is for Deal of the day. This is for Thursday, March 5th through March 16th. So, deal of the day, Shake Shack through March 16th. Shake Shack is offering buy one, get one free items through March 16th at Shake Shack. So, from March 5th to March 16th, 2026, enjoy a buy one, get one free mix and match deal on Korean style menu items. K Shack. What? So, it's only the Korean style menu items. You got to use the code Spicy Sweet at the as a what is it, coupon? Do they still call it a coupon code? Promo code. It's a promo code. So you got to use Spicy Sweet promo code for Shake Shack. They're offering buy one get one free items off their Korean style menu items menu. So I guess it's not the full menu, which I didn't see that before. I actually jumped on it and told you guys. But Shake Shack is offering buy one get one free items through March the 16th on their Korean style menu. You got to use the code Spicy Sweet to take advantage of this deal. Buy one get one free through March 16th at Shake Shack on their Korean style menu items. So take advantage of that deal. Media Markets live and direct. Once again, it's March 5th, 2026, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What else? Well, that was the deal of the day. So obviously we got through that. I'll probably put that out. So, but let's talk what's happening around the NBA today. Trae Young made his debut with the Washington Wizards, and it was a loss. Trae Young made his debut with the Wizards, and I gotta say the place was electric, right? It felt like something that we hadn't seen before. I saw David Aldridge tweet it out, but this place felt like it had a little hope in the building today with Trae Young actually playing in a jersey. We saw some of the things that he could do as far as the assists and the fake outs and the putting the ball inside the hoop. So Trae Young made his debut today with the Washington Wizards in a losing effort. But Trae Young, he had 12 points and 6 assists. Only played 19 minutes. So Trae Young, 12 points in 19 minutes, also 6 assists. But the Wizards do lose 122 to 112 to the Utah Jazz. Isaiah Collier had 27 points and 11 assists. I got some ties to him, so we love the young bull Isaiah Collier. Ace Bailey had 32 points in this game, 7 made 3-point shots. Good lord! But Julian Reese, he also showed out in this game. He had 18 points and 20 rebounds. Played 38 minutes tonight. I think this is his third game with the team for the Washington Wizards. So Trae Young, though, he makes his debut in a losing effort with the Washington Wizards. The whole building, it felt it. It felt Trae Young's presence. There was a lot of promo from the Washington Wizards and just showing. It was a lot of promo from the Washington Wizards for this game, for Trae Young's debut game with the team, home game, and they gave out some Wizards, some promo jerseys as well. So Trae Young made his debut in a losing effort. The Wizards lose 122 to 112 versus the Utah Jazz. Isaiah Collier had a double-double, 27 points and double-digit assists. And Ace Bailey went crazy, had 30-plus points, 7 made three-point shots. But Trae Young makes his debut with the Washington Wizards. You can feel the energy inside the building, and hopefully great things are to come. So that was the latest. That was just Trae Young. Let's go elsewhere around the NBA. My Orlando Magic get the win versus the Dallas Mavericks, 115-114. Cooper Flag made his return with the team since being out before All-Star break. Dallas Mavericks. He had 18 points and 6 assists. 7 of 22 from the field. Paulo Banchero, double-double, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals as well. 17 points for Jalen Suggs with 7 assists. Wendell Carter added 15. Tristan Da Silva off the bench, 19 points, 4 made three-point shots. Golden State defeated Houston 115-113 in overtime with no Steph Curry. The Pods had 26-99 rebounds. I think it's Deontay Melton. 23 points for Melton. Al Horford added 17 and 6. Draymond Green with 10 points, 8 assists. But Houston, very bad loss for Houston in overtime. 113-115, they lose versus the Golden State Warriors with no Steph Curry. Miami defeats Brooklyn 126-110. Minnesota, they defeated Toronto Raptors 115-107. There was a crazy Anthony Edwards dunk. Y'all see that crazy Anthony Edwards dunk? And these guys got families, bro. These guys have families. Yo, take it easy. So that was the latest. That's the latest we're having around the NBA right now. Denver is up on the Lakers 25-16. First quarter still. Looks like Detroit is going to lose versus San Antonio 120-106. San Antonio got something over that Detroit team. Let me take Cade Cunningham. Shot much better today, though, versus Wemby in the game. So that's what happened around the NBA. Let's talk some things that happened around the NFL. We saw DJ Moore traded today. We saw Trayman Edmonds from the linebacker from Chicago. He was released today. So Chicago Bears, they're up they got $45 million that they gained today by releasing Tremont Edmonds as well as trading DJ Moore to the Buffalo Bills. And I understand what they're doing, right? This is a team that set themselves up. First things first is the Bears, when they had DJ Moore out there running back routes, it was just like, all right. They had him running the ball from the backfield. It's like, all right, come on now. So they get rid of DJ Moore. The Bears move on. They drafted Luther. I don't know, Brother Luther. I forget Luther Burden III. They drafted him. They drafted Loveland in the first round last year. Things of that nature. So the writing was kind of on the wall, right, for this team. And DJ Moore, they moved on from him. They didn't draft DJ Moore. They got him in a trade. So Bears decided to move on, and I agree with what they're doing, right? You have a dynamic quarterback that can pass and run. I don't think you need to have too much on your receivers right now. You got Loveland, you got Burden, you have Rome Odunze, who you spent the first-round pick on, and he's probably going to need to get paid in another year or so as long as he stays healthy. So you got those pieces. You can add another receiver or two. Maybe you can get a cheap Stephon Diggs, things of that nature. So I agree with what the Bears did today. They took care of business. They gained $45 million in cap room, and they're possibly in the Max Crosby stage. So they did the right thing today. The Chicago Bears. DJ Moore and Caleb Williams never really seemed on the same page over the past 2 seasons. Although they did make some clutch plays in the playoffs, these two never were really in sync. DJ Moore had not gone over 1,000 yards with Caleb Williams, and that doesn't help his value either. So I think it was a good trade for everybody involved. But that's a lot of money to pay for the Buffalo Bills. So we'll see about that. All right, so that's what happened around the NFL. Also, I saw the guy, Danielle Hunter, also signed an extension today. 1 year, $40 million with the Houston Texans. He signed a 1-year extension. This is the guy who has a ton of sacks in his career, over 100 sacks in his career. So that's what happened around the NFL today, and we'll see what else happens. I think that's all I got. I'm looking at this NFL news. I think that's all I got. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep Cameron Jordan. Looks like Cameron Jordan will be moving on from the New Orleans Saints as they allow him to test free agency. He could still be back with the team, But that's yet to be seen. So those are the things that happen around the NFL today. Let's get into some things outside of sports. Let's switch gears a little bit. It's 10:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. You're live with Media Markets, the latest in news, sports, and entertainment. March 5th, 2026. Yeah, let's get into some things outside of sports. Let's talk Trump. Donald Trump fired the DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. So Kristi Noem has been fired. Donald Trump fired DHS Secretary. Excuse me, pardon. Donald Trump fired DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. Kristi Noem had been fired as the DHS Secretary. Donald Trump announces. Now, Oklahoma Senator Mark Wayne Mullen has been named as her replacement, effective from March 31st. So Donald J. Trump, he posted today, I think this is on Truth Social. He said he is pleased to announce that Mark Wayne Mullen will step in for the DHS. And the DHS is, I don't know too much about politics, guys. I gotta be completely honest with you guys. But one thing I do know is the DHS has been, dealing with a lot because of the ICE situation. The diplomats are not willing to sign off on some things that are currently affecting TSA agents, and TSA agents have not been being paid, as well as everything else that involves the Homeland Security realm. So there's a lot to it. Democrats are pushing back, or were pushing back with Kristi Noem, and yeah, Trump fired her today. So DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, Department of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, Department of Homeland Security Secretary. That's why I say DHS. Department of Homeland Security Secretary DHS Kristi Noem has been fired by Donald Trump, and she will be replaced effective March 31st by Mark Wayne Mullen, Oklahoma Senator. So that is the latest with Donald Trump and Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. So that's the latest with them. And I saw another news story that literally I just saw, and it broke my heart to see this. Some of this stuff is tough to talk about. So this is New York Post reporting: a Mississippi dad and daughter were gunned down during a Facebook Marketplace meetup for a PlayStation 5. That's heartbreaking, man, and their devastated family. So let me find out a little bit more on this story. But yeah, that's awful, man. I'm gonna actually go to the link and see if it could give a little more. But a dad in Mississippi, dad and daughter, gunned down. Oh, where is it? 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 All right, here we go. All right. So once again, the New York Post reporting: Mississippi dad and daughter fatally shot while trying to buy PS5 during Facebook Marketplace meetup. Once again, New York Post reporting: a Mississippi dad and daughter were gunned down during a Facebook Marketplace meetup for a PlayStation 5, and their devastated family fears they were ambushed. So, um, electricians Victor Gon electricians Victor Gonzalez, 42, and his 19-year-old daughter, Serenity, were fatally shot in their work van off a rural road Sunday in Panola County, just 2 days after they were last seen at their job. Investigators told a family member that tire tracks found at the scene could indicate they were trying to flee. Very sad story, man. So 42-year-old man and his 19-year-old daughter both gunned down during a meetup for a Facebook Marketplace PlayStation 5. Um, I hate to see that, man. Like, what, people are crazy out there, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Um, it's not worth it. I wouldn't meet anybody off of Facebook or anybody. I wouldn't meet people, period, that I don't know. Not in per Like, people are crazy, and as you can see, that happened today. So very sad news, though. A father, 42-year-old father, fairly young, and his 19-year-old daughter both gunned down as they were trying to meet up for buy a PlayStation 5 through Facebook Marketplace meetup. So That is the latest. Very sad to hear. And we want to switch gears a little bit. And in switching gears, we'll talk ABC. I know yesterday I talked Abbott Elementary renewal. That's the first series, the ABC renewal for next year. And now ABC renews 911, 911 Nashville, and High Potential, all for another season. So ABC is keeping the sirens on, as Blex Media reporting. 911 has been renewed for season 10, and the spinoff 911 Nashville is coming back for a season 2, and High Potential just secured a season 3 renewal. So all of those shows, including Abbott Elementary, are renewed for the following seasons, so you could catch them next year or this upcoming September this year. And let's talk. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk Hillary Duff. Billboard reporting Hillary Duff's Luck or Something makes top 10 debut on 4 Billboard album charts. So once again, Billboard reporting Hillary Duff returns in a big way as Luck or Something debuts in the top 10 across 4 Billboard album charts. Her first album in more than a decade bows at number 2 on the top album sales, and vinyl sales. Number 3 on the Billboard 200 and number 6 on Indie Store album sales, marking her 6th top 10 on both top album sales and the Billboard 200. Her last studio effort, Breathe In, Breathe Out, arrived in 2015. So Hillary Duff does it again. Hillary Duff, Luck or Something makes top 10 debut on Billboard 4 Billboard album chart. So congratulations to Hillary Duff. Some of you may know her as Lizzie McGuire. And I didn't know she really put out all this music. So before. So God bless. God bless. Last thing I got is Britney Spears. A lot of Britney Spears talk today. So Britney Spears was arrested for a DUI. I think there's a video out there. Britney Spears arrested for a DUI. I think there's a video out there. Yeah. We kind of seen her kind of, I guess, a little bit out of the spotlight. Really all we've seen from her is kind of like dancing at home a little weirdly. But Britney Spears taken to the hospital as well after her DUI arrest. There is a video, so I'll try to share that with you guys. But Britney Spears, yeah, DUI arrest. You don't like that. You don't like to see that. Not here on the Media Market Show. That is it for me, you guys. That is all. I appreciate you guys for listening and tuning in. I won't be back until Sunday, maybe Monday. It'll be Sunday. What am I saying? I'm definitely tired though, man. Actually, maybe Monday. Maybe Monday I'll be back Monday morning or something. Appreciate you guys for listening and tuning in. I will see you all soon. Be well, be blessed, and let's get to the weekend. Cheers.